Hey, welcome back to the playthrough. We previously defeated King Slime, the Desert Scourge, and the Giant Clam in the last episode. This episode, I'd say we've made a lot more progress. Without further ado, let's get into it. As the boss checklist entails, the first thing on today's agenda is defeating the Torch God. After I grab the torches from my magic storage, I get underground and clear out a little area for this thing. Fight was about as easy as you'd expect. Anyways, now I'm going to pick a fight with a real boss, the Eye of Cthulhu. Super easy fight, or perhaps I'm just overpowered right now. For now, I'll skip over the Acid Rain event until Tier 2 or 3, because it's nothing interesting as a pre-hard mode. But even so, on my way to the Sulfuric Sea, I found my ice biome and most importantly the dungeon. Skeletron will have to wait until the next episode, but I made sure to clear up a bit for a future arena. Anywho, after I finished the Acid Rain, I had the unfortunate reality of meeting the Angler. But now, it's back to fighting some bosses. And next up is Crabulon. After making the summon item, I head over to my underground mushroom biome that so graciously had an almost pre-built arena. After a little renovation, it's time to crush Crabulon. Perhaps it had been a while since I fought him, but I swear there weren't that many projectiles before. The only useful item from the treasure bag was our first rage upgrade, the Mushroom Plasma Root, which permanently increases rage mode's duration by 1 second. While it may not seem like much, it helps out a fair bit. After Crabulon came the first evil boss, the Eater of Worlds. Whilst getting the corruption ready, I found a corruption effigy. With its effect, players have their movement speed and crit chance increased by 10%, but suffer a 5% reduction to damage reduction as well. It's a pretty decent buff with minimal downsides, so I'll keep it in my piggy bank for now. In order to clear an area, since I don't have a good enough pickaxe yet, I make myself a city buster and set up my arena platforms. Now that it's all set, I break the final orb and it begins. With the first evil boss down, I can now obtain an even better armor set, Meteor Armor. Luckily, my meteor dropped minutes after defeating the Eater of Worlds. So I dug as much as I could up and crafted my new set, giving me an extra 24% magic damage. Using the Demonite I've gathered and a few Amethyst, I gave a Demonite upgrade to each of my storage units, doubling my storage capacity. I went to get some tattered cloth for the Goblin Battle Standard so that I can get access to the most important NPC in all of Terraria, the Goblin Tinkerer. With the Tinkerer's Workshop and Rocket Boots, I can finally combine all these accessories into less slots. First, I combined my Hermes boots and rocket boots to make Spectre boots. Next, I made a Sandstorm and Cloud in a bottle, and lastly, a Mana Flower. For now, that's about all I can do. I realized I needed to make more houses, and so I did. I finished the roof finally, making 2 more rooms, and in the desert, I made a pyramid house. Typical, I know. After finishing, I decided it was prime time to visit the underworld. I upgraded to the Nightmare pickaxe earlier, allowing me to mine Hellstone while I'm down there. So I made myself an Instavator and gathered some Hellstone and Obsidian. I don't need Hellstone for anything magic related, except for one. Remember how I said my end goal was to obtain the Subsuming Vortex? Well, here's where it began. The Flarebolt, Frostbolt, Waterbolt, and Eldritch Tome are the only crafting components that I can get as a pre-hard mode. And with access to Hellstone, I can now craft the Flarebolt. I did make the Frostbolt as well. With my new power, I attempted to face the Brain of Cthulhu. Didn't even try the Flarebolt and fumbled terribly. Back home, I made about 14 insta-houses and made a huge tower for all my NPCs to live in. I was desperate, but I also set up my first pylon. Now I was back to combining some more accessories. I made some celestial cuffs that I did not use, an imp staff for backup, and tiger climbing gear for some reason. Then I fought the Brain of Cthulhu again. But outside of the Crimson, I don't know what I was on, but I was destroyed. So I tried again, in the Crimson this time. Same fate. And again, this time really close, but not enough. And again. I figured maybe I need better accessories. So I decided to go make lightning boots, then frostspark boots, lava waders, and finally the terraspark boots. Which, thanks to the recipes the CalamityMod adds, only took about 20 to 30 minutes. Feeling a little more confident, I head back to the Crimson and clear out some extra room to fight the Brain, thinking it might help. With both of the normal evil bosses defeated, I went to go fight the Hive Mind and the Perforators. There's not much left until hard mode now, so in the next episode, I will pass the wall of flesh and enter hard mode. Tune in next Friday for another episode. Peace out.